Hi treasures, Miranda here, coming to you live from Money Mindset Thursday Night Lives. Wait, bear with, my dishwasher is on, I'm just going to shut the door, bear with. Whenever I think about that, I always think about when Jade Mitchell did that amazing video after Cliff Jump Academy and she had the dryer in the background, but it was just such a beautiful video that everyone, all her clients were just loving life and she had a load of bookings, so it didn't matter about the noises in the background. And do you know what else as well? Can I just say, while I'm on, Facebook Lives, you guys are all like, I don't want to do a Facebook Live because I'll come across as a dick and everyone will hate me and I'll say something wrong. Do you know what I did tonight? Do you know what I did when I was preparing for this live? I had a little look back on the Money Mindset Live that I did, I don't know, over a year ago in the shed, and it was about money mindset. And so I thought, well, I'll just, have a look and see what I said then, just to cross-reference. And when I started that live, literally, Tim set me up with the live, and he only put this crazy filter on of me with a massive squash face like this. Like I was literally like that. And it was like, it got me laughing because I thought, you guys worry about lives and you worry about what will go wrong in them, but actually you can never have as many things that have gone wrong in lives as have happened for me, and people love me for it because they know I'm real and it's entertaining. So, balls to all that. Right, okay, my darlings, let me jump in. Oh, God. It's made my face weird, all that squishing. Okay, my darlings, I want to talk to you tonight about the moment. The moment when you have to say, can I have a few £100 off you? Person who I don't know very well. Give us your dosh. Give us your dosh. And that's, I think, how the lizard brain thinks of it. It doesn't think of it as a perfectly reasonable exchange between people engaging in a contract, one of whom wants what you got. No. The lizard brain is like, oh yeah, think you're special, do you? Think you get to ask people for money, do you? You don't. You're not worth it. You're a bag of shite. And that's what the lizard brain is thinking. But obviously that's completely wrong. And it's based on the fact that that amygdala at the base of your brain, the lizard brain, has not evolved. Basically, it needs to get with the program and get into the 21st century. Are we in the 21st century yet? It needs to get with the program and realise that when you ask for money in your business, it's not a saber-toothed tiger. You're not going to die. You're not going to be ostracised from the community and die alone, naked, in the corner. Like, that's what the lizard brain thinks is going to occur, and it ain't happening. It's just old caveman software from the times in the caveman times when if you were rejected by your tribe, it might mean death. And so it's just running off this old caveman software, does you the fight, flight or freeze, and you end up saying, is that all right? That's £180, please. Is that all right? You can have a discount if you want. Please, I'll pay you money. Which is, I think, what we'd actually like to do, but we need to smash it. Okay, so I'm going to break this down into 3 sections. This actually is going to be quite quick. I know I always say that, but I think it will be, because one thing I'm not going to do here, which I got when I listened back to my last live, is I can't guide you through the consultation, the meatier part of the consultation, which obviously Tim is a complete freaking genius at, and he has on a number of occasions given you guys insight into how to do the consultation very beautifully, so that when you get to the point of asking for the dollar bill, you are totally comfortable with it, and because you've had such a beautiful exchange. So what I'll do is I'll link that below. I'm going to link below after this live finishes the money mindset talk that we did where he talks about that. So I won't cover that, but what I will do is I'm going to do 3 things. One is I'm going to kick your ass and remind you why you need to smash this moment and why you can't get away with listening to the lizard brain any longer. Then I'm going to give you 2 very practical, very simple tips that I have learned from my 12 years in business to help you with the moment of truth when you ask for the money. And what I want to do, my goal for this live, is to do what I hear a lot of people say they do anyway, is I want you to think, what would Miranda say? What would Miranda say in this moment? Come on, let's remember now. So when you're kind of stressed and you're doing your injecting and you're nervous about doing teardrops for the first time, whatever it is, and you have to ask for money, we want to remember what I said tonight very simply and very quickly. So I'm going to give you some simple, quick tactics for for you to employ so that you get that dollar, you put it in your back pocket, and you go off into the sunset and make your business that little bit more sustainable. So let's dive in. Okay, first of all, give me a 1 if you're watching live. Hello, my beauts. Thank you for watching live. And 2 if you're watching on replay in 23 and a half weeks' time, eating your breakfast, because I love my 2s. Okay, so the first thing I want to remind you guys of is the reason I'm doing this money mindset season is because I just really worry. I'm just going to be brutally honest. I'm worried about you guys, me a little bit in my personal life, because I'm trying to smash my money mindset in my personal life. If you're watching my Insta stories at Miranda Pierce Mindset, then you'll know I'm smashing my money mindset in my personal life. But I'm worried about you guys not having your money mindset on point in your business. So it's discount Tourette's. It's saying, is that okay? It's not offering people the number of syringes you know you could do and then you know they need, because actually you're downselling yourself because you're scared of asking them for money. It's all the things. It's not selling yourself. And all these things, let me remind you, not just have a detrimental impact on your business, they have a fundamental impact on your business. Because if you don't fundamentally realize, just listen now, just listen, okay? If you don't fundamentally realize that you are in business, you're not in the public sector anymore. Literally, you are not in the public sector. Discard your bullshit in your mind, the story you've got going on about you being a nurse or whatever you are, and, oh, I'm just not business minded. You can't get away with that. It's bullshit. You have to be business minded, because if you aren't business minded, you aren't in business. As in, I'm not saying that you need to be the shizzle and be Richard Branson. I'm saying you need to take money with conviction and then put it away and ideally make a profit, but if not, just reinvest it, whatever. But you can't think of it as dirty. It is the energy that flows through this beautiful thing that you have created, you guys. This business. I'm sorry, but you would not be watching this now at whatever it is, 9:40 at night. You would not be watching this if you didn't have an angel on your shoulder telling you that aesthetics is where it's at for you. Telling you that you actually freaking love this industry. You love that feeling that you give to your clients when they have a spring in their step, when they feel sexy, when they've had their lips done. You love that shit and you want it for your future. And you want to show your daughters and your sons that you can be successful in business, and this is what it takes to be brave. You want to show them that, don't you? Just be honest. Give me an emoji if this is resonating with you, because actually, this is serious business. This is a serious, what I'm talking about is incredibly serious, because if you have a why, which is to, for example, motivate your children and to show them what's possible, and then, or to even just take them into Disneyland, and then you aren't following through on that why, blessing your business with with the respect it deserves, then you do that consistently over time, you haven't got a business. You need to take that money for the time and the energy that you have put in, and not just literally like this Facebook Live here now. You might think of this as like, you know, entertainment on a Thursday night. No, this is business time. This time that you are doing this now, when you could be watching Netflix, by the way, I honor you for that. This time is business time. You need to be fucking paid for this time. This is investment. This is every time you do a marketing post that takes you 45 minutes to construct, or a video that you're incredibly nervous about, and then you do, you know, when you jump off that cliff, like Tracy did a video and she posted it into Warriors earlier, and I'm on the inbox to her like, fucking post it on your page, post it. But that took her so much energy. She needs to be paid for that energy. And the way that she will be paid, the way that you now watching now, the way that you will be paid for this time that you will never get back in your life is by next time you are with a patient and you tell them, that's £180, please. You don't then say, is that all right? And make them doubt it. Or, oh, don't worry, you can have £25 off because you're a nice person. You know, no, because that means that you haven't been paid for this time. You need to be paid for this time. This time is precious. You will never get this back. And so, let's talk about how you can do that. And I've got 2 simple tactics after my ass kicking. I hope you feel like your ass has been kicked because I really want to kick your ass. Very important. So these are my 2 little tactics. One relates to the moment you ask for the money. Again, just to be clear, for those who've joined recently, I'm not going to lead you up to that moment because I'm not an expert on the consultation. Tim is. So I'll link below the live that he's already done, and I'll put a timestamp on it so you know when to watch from, when Tim tells you how to lead up to the moment. I'm just going to talk about the moment. And then, because I'm a state expert, I'm going to get you in state so that you actually ask for the money with conviction. And then I'm going to talk about the moment afterwards as well, which is where all your temptation to say, is that okay? Here's a discount. We need to manage that. Okay, so we're going to talk about the moment now. So listen up, this is super practical. I want you to take this away and I want you to implement the hell out of it. And actually you should practice this. Like I'm always practicing these Facebook Lives. Like this morning, I was practicing this Facebook Live in my car. So if I can practice this Facebook Live in my car, then you can friggin' practice talking this through, this moment of truth, this money moment. You can practice it in your car. Don't worry about people thinking you're weird talking to yourself in your car because we've got hands-free now, so you could just be talking on your hands-free. People won't judge you. Okay, so here is what you need to do. Well, here's a suggestion for one of the ways you could tackle this. Obviously, there's 50 million ways you can tackle this, but let me give you a way that I have that has worked for me. Obviously, I'm not a clinician, so I don't take the actual money for like the Botox or whatever, but I've done this. Hey, Timmy. But I have done this when I've just generally asked people for money, at the till or whatever it might be. So I know it works. And I also, I'm going to give an example of another area in my life, or in my business life where this has worked as well. And I know that, and I've made a change and it's really friggin' worked. And it all comes down to this one word: certainty. Human beings respond really well when you say something with certainty, including you. So if at the moment I'm giving out lots of certainty because I feel so passionate about this, and you're probably receiving that from me and you're more likely to be influenced by me because I'm saying it with conviction. If I was like, hi, my name's Miranda and I'd really like to tell you about this thing, and don't worry if you don't listen because obviously no one was influenced in that moment. They are only influenced when I say things with conviction and certainty. You don't have to be crazy passionate or extrovert like me, but you could just say something with certainty, okay? So that's what we're going to do. I feel like I was going to say something. Anyway, fine. So here goes. In this moment where you are about to lead up to the money, and one more super practical thing, you guys, you must take the money before you do the treatment. That's fundamental. Let's not have a big debate about it, but I think you know where I'm coming from, you guys. You need to take the money before, because then loads of things could happen if you take it after. They could look in the mirror and be a bit disappointed, and now you have to get money off them. It's harder, they're disappointed. You could, the classic thing we've had loads of problems with on the Skin Viva group as well, is where people have been shafted because they're like, oh, let me do the bank transfer. Oh no, I've got no money in my account. Balls to that, we need to take the money before. Okay, so my little thing that I think you should say is prefaced on the idea, is built on the idea that you'll take the money before. So, it's incredibly simple. First of all, you need to get yourself into a little bit of state. Okay, so state means it's like, oh, I'm in a passionate state right now, whereas this is a meek and lacking in confidence state. And I just immediately feel worse. But if I'm like this, I could take on the world. I'm not expecting you to go like that before you take the money or ask for the money, but you have to do, especially if you've got a big problem with this moment, I would really suggest that you do a very, very small and subtle states change, which is, you could take a breath, you could put your shoulders slightly back. I mean, don't get me wrong, don't start doing a power pose in the middle of the consultation, but you could just lift your chin up ever so slightly, like a touch. You could lift your chest up. You could squeeze your fist. Whatever it is, just to remind yourself, right, I'm in the zone now. I'm getting in the zone. It's like putting your seatbelt on. When you put your seatbelt on in the car in the morning, you just feel immediately safe, don't you? You feel safer. And you feel naked without it. So we're just going to get ourselves in a little bit of a state change. Okay, so just a little bit of, my big one is my shoulders. So I put my shoulders back. And then, this is how you're going to do it. It's incredibly practical. Say it with undying certainty. Something like this. So let's take payment, and then what I'm going to do is we'll put your lemon cream on. Okay. Once again, for those in the back. So let's take payment, and then what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead and put your lemon cream on. Is that all right? So actually, the "is that all right" propensity that you have to say that actually flows into saying that you're going to put the numbing cream on. And because you said it with such conviction and you've got your state change going, actually, they will just fall into line. This is what human beings are like. They just follow you. They follow the most certain person in the room, basically. So if you line it up in that way of like, this is the customer journey, this is what happens next, you guys, it's like you're the clinician. They're totally going to do that. So you can say, once again, you can say something like, okay, let's take payment, and then let's put that lemon cream on. Okay. That's just like, if I said that to you now, would you do it? Of course you would. You'd start getting the money out. Whereas if you say, okay, so, God, sorry, but it's time to take the money now, so is that all right? Like, they're going to think, subconsciously she doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't really, she's not really backing herself. But if you say, so let's take payment and then let's go ahead and put the LMX cream on. Is that all right? Like that. Then is that all right becomes about the LMX cream and the rhythm of the appointment, not about the money. So practice that, you guys. Practice, 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 practice. In the car, on the toilet, now, in front of your partner. Do it with them now, role play, whatever. Do it in that sequence. Basically, piggyback it with another step, another element. It's like, if you think about, when you go to the hairdresser and the hairdresser says, they consult you, don't they? And then they say, right, it's time for, they say something like, okay, right, let's get you to the backwash, and then let's get your cape on, that thing that you put you on at the hairdresser, that little thing that stops all the hairs going down the back of your neck. And you don't think twice. You're like, yeah, that's it. You just fall into line, okay? So piggyback it like that. It's incredibly powerful because it'll help you as well. So when you get to state, shoulders back a little bit. Don't be like, woo! Don't think it's weird, but just kind of put your shoulders back, center yourself, maybe plant your feet in the ground, whatever it takes for you, and then say, right, let's take payment, and then let's put your LMX cream on. All right? Like that, and they will fall into your hands, like they'll be putty in your hands, okay? Then, what you need to do now is, in order to stop you saying, is that all right about the money? Or, oh God, I did have a sale on, so maybe you can have a discount, any of that bullshit. In order to stop you falling into discount Tourette's, this is what you need to do, okay? Listen up. Here's my magic formula for discount Tourette's. Shut the frig up. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. They don't want you to say anything. You're just filling silence with bullshit. No one wants that, okay? Just literally go, 3, 2, 1. And I promise you, they will speak. They will fill the silence. And even if they fill the silence with, I thought it was going to be 170 because I thought you had a discount on. No, sorry, that was last month. 3, 2, 1. Don't say anything. Don't fill that silence, you guys. It's as simple as that. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying, just think, Miranda said silence, Miranda said silence, Miranda said silence, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. And then count, like counting sheep in your head. Just count, hold your breath if you need to. But it's the only way. It's the only way. Silence, go. And it'll feel painful. I know it'll feel painful. I'm not saying it's easy, but just do that, okay? So first of all, you're gonna do that stage where you're gonna say, so let's take payment, and then let's get your lemon cream on. Okay. Then they start doing the payment, great. You do the LMX cream, great. And then, silence! Silence is the answer to the discount Tourette's. That is the big thing. There's no big crazy reveal. It's as simple as that. Okay. So that's it, you guys. That's it. Simple. Simple. So I really, really encourage you, please, please, please go away from this live now and try it. Literally just go and lock yourself in the toilet upstairs and try this rhythm of saying, so let's take payment, and then let's get your lemon cream on. Like that. Because you've already done the negotiation. They already know how much it is. Just freaking say it, go into it, and feel like the queen that you actually are inside. Okay? Give me a ooh, ooh, or even better, a money emoji. Give me a money emoji if you're going to take this away and implement the shizzle out of it. Silence and certainty. Silence and certainty. Silence and certainty. Silence and certainty. The magic partnership in business. All right, darlings. Drop me a 2 if you're watching on the replay. I look forward to seeing you for another Thursday Money Mindset. Take care.